I'm trying to find my way through all of this. I can't believe that sexism, racism still exists, but even though the ceilings are glass, I still feel the pressure of it breaking because I see the earth shaking, and it's time for a shift. It's time for us to coexist. It's time for us to do something different with our minds. Spirits need to elevate. We need to regenerate this hopefulness that we've lost. Optimism was the first thing that I knew when I was a kid, and I look at the kids and optimism hasn't even been given to them. So how can we possibly look at the future when the youth is so used to technology with no hope? Parents at home, kids in the street, we came together to create something so unique. And this feeling keeps me alive because the cause is what keeps me from dying inside. This cause that we can be greater than ourselves causes every icicle of hatred to melt. It causes every spring, summertime to keep coming, and that season keeps humming. The birds keep singing. Every day I wake up, I have a new reason of being, and that feeling makes me think of optimism.
Try to cover up, but you're a lighthouse. When the waves are getting rough, you're the way out. You could try to quiet down, blend in without a sound. Don't ever cover up, 'cause you're a lighthouse. Stand up as tall as you can and scream out, raise a glass to all those try to bring me down. You're a lover, a fighter, a catch the world on fire when all the lights go out. You're a lighthouse.
We're all here to be a part of breaking the chains.
My name is Frankie Clark. I have 2 sons that go to Visible Men Academy.
My name is Deborah. I'm 30, and I'm a single mom. Puerto Rican single mom. There you go.
My original name is Darrington Abner. I also go by Deshaun Abner. Most of my friends just call me Ab.
My name is Stacy Turner. I am a mother of 3.
My name is Valerie. I'm a homemaker.
My name is Tony Falou. I have 6 kids total, 4 girls, 2 boys.
My name is Lena Clark. I am a mother of 2 boys. I have one on the way, a little girl.
My name is Willie Brown. I grew up in Sarasota, Florida, just a little ways from here.
My name is Odessa Ammons. I am from Palmetto, Florida, born and raised.
Been here most of my life. Went to high school here, everything.
I was raised an Army brat, so I consider myself well-traveled.
I have 4 children, ranging from the ages of 17 to 7.
I have 3 of my own children, 2 girls and 1 boy. They are my life.
I'm a veteran. I served in the United States Army for 22 years. I have 3 combat tours.
I served as a combat medic, which means all of my training was to go to combat.
Been a CNA for 24 years and am currently enrolled in college for Health and Human Services.
I have owned my own home health care business. I've ran that for 3 years. I love taking care of people.
I am a cook. I'm a football player. I'm also a football coach. I'm a father, a husband, uncle, friend, you name it.
One of the most proud moments, I would say, of my life has been having my children. I think it's one of the most important things I've ever done in my life. And I consider that special.
There's some rough points, but I know now that them rough points bring character, and it brings who I am today.
The unique way that my parents raised us was to see people for people. We didn't recognize, see, or acknowledge color in anything that we did.
I am a person of the truth. If the truth is in it, I am there. I don't like fabricating stuff. I'm just a down-to-earth person, you know, who likes to take care of home and take care of my family.
That's the starting point for change, you know, is to be truthfully honest about the situation and what's going on in the country and the community.
It's not so far from your home. I'm speaking of a foreign war, but the war on racism is domestic. You know, that's right here. So I just wish that it makes people aware that this can knock on your door just as well as it's knocked on mine.
People accept prejudice, and that's why it continues. People accept racism, that's why it continues. People are afraid of change. That fear blocks the unity that can be so compelling to greater things.
We're a long way from where we're supposed to be, you know, and my fear is that we keep going in the wrong direction or even staying where we are today.
We need to come together as not only as this race or that race, but as a people, period, you know, to make this world better.
We care about our community. We want to bring change. We're just learning how to be the examples.
I mean, it's not going to be easy, you know, but it got to be a starting point, an honest starting point.
Just being the real you, to be vulnerable, to show that vulnerability, to show somebody that exterior that they may think they see, or the inner person is not really like that, and that, for me, it's a defense mechanism.
You just learn to not let it get to you, but you put layers and walls up.
I think just being able to overcome those barriers, I think that's what I like most about it.
Just feels like the first time I can exhale and not worry about what comes out.
One thing I can say that I definitely learned is that you can find strength in being vulnerable. And when you let it all out there, and it opens up that opportunity for someone else to open up.
It's been a really emotional journey. That's when people, you know, telling their stories, and with me telling my story and just saying that, hey, we're not the only ones going through this. And it's like, I can help you deal with what you're going through, and you can help me deal with what I'm going through, just by saying it and just, you know, just putting it out there.
No matter what color you are, no matter what your background is, it doesn't even matter what age or gender you are. I feel like me sharing myself with others could probably help someone who has gone through something similar that I went through.
Once we all shared little bits of things that were important to us, we all learned to be a little bit more tolerant of other people's point of views, because you'd be shocked how much you actually have in common.
It has been an extremely supportive group of people that I have never laid eyes on. And who knew that we could all support each other because we all have, you know, similar interests. So it's really been kind of therapeutic.
I suffer from PTSD. I'm not sure it'll ever go away, you know, but this is helping me to get back involved with people socially and able to get up and speak, you know, because actually I'm not petrified at this point.
Seeing everybody's perspective in the group and seeing the thinking that comes along with it, it allows you to experience, you know, life and situations from somebody else's point of view.
And to have someone look at something from outside the box that had absolutely nothing to do with them and be able to give you perspective, as long as you're willing to listen, sometimes help us to grow a little bit or see things in a different light.
I've learned so much here. How to be a better father, how to communicate a lot better.
Every time I leave, it's like a more concrete spot in my backbone to stand up straighter.
I think I've grown a lot from it, but at the same time, I have a better appreciation for others.
You're able to see, firsthand what other people are going through and what people are experiencing.
Very rarely do we actually think about what that person could have gone through and what that person's life has been like. And by coming here and interacting with the members of the group, I really appreciate, I think, life more.
As we got to know each other, as we all learned a little bit and a little bit more about each other, we realized how much we actually have in common, and there was this sigh of relief.
Even though we may seem different, I think we're more the same than anything.
We are all from different backgrounds, but there's a lot of things that we actually do agree upon.
It gives us a chance to actually dig deeper into ourselves and further explore ourselves.
Gave me a voice. Allowed me to show you just what young Tony went through.
We can genuinely just put out what we're truly feeling and not have any judgment.
It's like family, like, you could talk and be yourself without being judged, or it's kind of open for whoever wants to open up, It's like there's no pressure.
I don't have to worry about what they're thinking because they're dealing with their own process.
I'll be content knowing that I at least made this, stand to put this on a platform to get Odessa out just a little bit.
I just want people to know me as a person, not what I've done or what I'm doing. I just want people to get to know Willie, the person.
I just chose this as an opportunity to give that little piece of myself as a gift.
It doesn't start at the presidential level. It begins right here where we're at, everyday people.
We're all human. We all have lives, but we're doing the best that we can in our situations.
I want to believe in the better of people. I want to believe that there's great people out there. I want to believe that them great people want to help other people become great.
Just meet someone and have a conversation. It doesn't happen much anymore, so nobody gets to know anybody. Nobody gets to know what someone went through or is going through.
You can learn a lot from a lot of different people. You can learn a lot about people's backgrounds, and you can learn a lot about, what their goals in life and, where they came from.
And you can learn a lot if you just listen, especially to people that you don't necessarily agree with. It's easy to sit there calmly and listen to somebody who is saying exactly what you would say.
You don't have to necessarily agree with them. Just respect what they're saying, because they're entitled to that. And their story that got them to feel that way and to help them form their opinions, I don't know how it was. I don't know what got them there.
Choose to try to understand, try to see things through someone else's eyes, because you never know what someone's going through.
See the world through my eyes. And you may see me differently than you did when I walked through the door. And that's kind of, I think, what we're working on, breaking the chains.
My chain is oppression.
My chain is my mother.
My chain is lack of support and too much freedom.
My chain is inequality.
My chain is guilt.
My chain is judgment.
My chain is lack of unity.
My chain is racism.
My chain is fear.
My chain is misconception.
It needs to be broken because it's keeping the country from being as great as it can be.
It needs to be broken because I'm a mother myself now and I want better for my children.
It needs to be broken in order to make my family more complete.
It needs to be broken because too many people are being handicapped by other people's cruelty.
It needs to be broken because I need my children to stand by each other.
It needs to be broken so my son can have a chance to live his life his own way.
Need to be broken because we're scared to die.
It needs to be broken so that we can freely live out the desires of our hearts.
It needs to be broken so my children can be fearless
It needs to be broken because misconception causes ignorance.
To break the chain, I will continue to destroy the stereotypes of a black American man.
To break the chain, I will support my children so that they know I'm always there.
To break the chain, I will be present.
To break the chain, I will treat everyone equally, regardless of sex, race, disability, or differences.
To break the chain, I will continue to be an example and show my children the way.
To break the chain, I will teach my son to ignore other people's judgments.
To break the chain, I will continue to bridge the gap.
To break the chain, I will love harder.
To break the chain, I will teach my son skills.
To break the chain, I will continue to educate.